One of the most subtle challenges in multilingual auditing is the illusion of alignment. Across global teams, people often use identical wording to describe processes that are, in reality, executed very differently. This phenomenon, false alignment, is incredibly common, especially in organizations where multiple regions must speak the same corporate language. Ironically, the more harmonized the vocabulary becomes, the easier it is for auditors to miss what is actually happening on the ground. Why false alignment happens? Global teams often want to appear unified, cooperative, and compliant. As a result, their language converges even when their practices don't. 1. We do the same is used to avoid conflict. Auditees may echo corporate terminology rather than describe local practice accurately. In cultures where contradiction is considered impolite or risky, people default to agreement, even when execution differs. 2. Local adaptations drift away from the global procedure. Over time, teams adjust processes to suit workload, staffing, resource constraints, or regional norms. These micro-adjustments compound, creating meaningful variance behind a facade of standardization. 3. Shared wording hides non-shared behavior. Global organizations invest heavily in unified language, policies, templates, training, and communications. The problem? Identical wording does not guarantee identical interpretation or action. When two teams use the same phrases but mean different things, false alignment becomes invisible, unless the auditor knows where to look. Why this is a major audit risk? False alignment quietly undermines audit reliability in several ways. Auditors assume consistency where there is none. The gap between documented and actual practice widens. NCRs appear, or disappear, inconsistently across regions. Root causes become harder to isolate. Cross-site comparisons become misleading. Corporate oversight gains a false sense of security. A team that sounds aligned may be operating very differently from its counterparts, especially across language and cultural boundaries. The auditor's blind spot. In multilingual environments, auditors often place too much trust in verbal sameness. If the terminology matches the procedure, the process is assumed aligned. But global teams are exceptionally good at mirroring the correct vocabulary. This creates a surface-level compliance narrative that hides the real operational landscape. Unless the auditor validates the execution, not just the explanation, the risk goes undetected. What auditors should do immediately? To uncover divergence masked by shared language, auditors must shift from statements to demonstration. Ask for walkthrough evidence. Not, do you follow the same process as the global procedure? But show me how you complete this step, from start to finish. Walkthroughs expose practical drift, undocumented shortcuts, and tacit variations that verbal descriptions conceal. This single technique reveals false alignment faster than any interview question. The insight. Global organizations often sound aligned. But alignment isn't in the wording, it's in the execution. Hidden risk number 4 reminds auditors that multilingual environments amplify the difference between what people say and what people do. Real alignment can only be verified through evidence, not vocabulary.